This town's weird. It's in the middle of the desert, but look at all the plants.
It sort of reminds me of Mantake.
Yeah, but there is something different.
Really? There may be more here than meets the eye. Maybe the truth is hidden away.
Leave it to Judith to put things into perspective.
The better the intuition, the more you see.
Hey, I have intuition.
And with that, hello everybody, welcome back to more Tales of Vesperia. In the last time, we fought the Outbreaker in Sands of Kugor. We all passed out, and now we're in Yormgen, the town mentioned in the ghost ship, the Atharim, which is strange, because that diary entry was over 1,000 years old. So now we're going to explore this town a little bit and see what's going on exactly. Oh, and before I forget, did I make... Yes, okay. We have some new equipment, I believe. Yes. Do I want to give him the riot? Yes, I'm going to give Carol the riot. He can get the Celtis later, since it is a little bit stronger, not too much. How's everybody else looking? Red shot. Okay, everybody else is looking fine. Alright, let's go explore this town a little bit. And I have no money. Just thought you'd know. Oh, and actually, hold on now. Where is it? Where's the thing? It's this one. I'm giving Azure Edge back its shine. You'll see why later on. Now that we have the Flamberg equipped. There's a simple tent right there. Be sure to pick that up. And let's talk to this couple really fast. Thank you so much for saving us. I want to hurry back to Mantic and see the kids. The kids must be worried. If only they didn't come looking for us.
That box.
Do you know something about this box?
Launchy had it. Where did you get it?
On a ship called the Atharim, my lovely lady. Have you heard of it?
Of course. You know about the Atharim too?
Yes. We happened to come across it on the ocean.
Did you see Launchy?
And Launchy would be...
Oh, Launchy is my love. I'm sorry to suddenly get so personal.
Your love. Damn it. Hey, Carol. Your turn.
You're hopeless. All that we saw was, the ship itself. Oh, I see.
Could I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Yuafan.
That's the name that was in the diary we found on the Atharim.
Do you know about the clear CL crystal?
They say it has the power to drive back monsters.
The sage said it was necessary to make a barrier around the town. Is that what's in the box?
Yes, we came to deliver this box to you.
I see.
Hey, is that the key?
Could I have the box? Wow, is this the clear CL crystal?
Looks like it.
So who's that sage you were talking about earlier?
The sage is a great Critian who came to our town from across the desert. A Critian?
Well, creating a barrier is basically creating a Blastia.
Blastia? But we can make Blastia with current technology, right?
There are people who do. You saw the Blastia at Emid Hill in Cair Bakram, but I don't think that sage guy is the one who made those Blastia with messed up formulas.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand. But the sage said that the clear CL crystal was needed to create the barrier. So Launchy set out to look for it. It's been 3 years since he left.
3 years, huh? You must be worried.
Wait, this sounds weird.
Yeah, the stories don't match up.
You think she could have miscounted by 1,000 years?
How old is she anyway? Is that sage in this town? Where does he live?
Oh, yes. He lives in the house farthest into the town.
I think it might be faster if we went to talk to the sage.
Yes, maybe so. If you're going there, could you take the clear CL crystal to the sage for me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go.
And we now have the clear CL crystal, but this is a little strange. What is going on here exactly? What do you have to say, sir? This town is currently facing a terrible crisis, the threat of a great monster attack. Everyone tells me to accomplish anything with the sage on our side, but is it alright to believe that? Interesting. And you just wander around in front of the sage's house? I don't know you. You're a good kid. Don't talk to strangers. What?
Excuse me.
Huh? Hey, that's... You're...
You. How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
That was not a cakewalk, let me tell you.
I see. And yet, how did you... No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage, but forget about making any blastia. Who would even consider building a barrier blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
But it is a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
They are most commonly known as apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
So this is an apatheia?
Also, I am not the sage.
Yeah, we figured as much.
Huh?
No such being exists any longer.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing.
Whoa! What are you doing? Hold on a sec!
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Lock.
Oh, man. Just when I found one.
The apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
Return to air? Is that really all you did just now?
It's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
Wasn't the clear CL crystal, the apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
But still, there are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
How do you know Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
Please, tell us what you know. Pharaoh referred to me as a poison.
I see.
You know something, don't you?
There is a being in this world who possesses a power the Endelikeia despise.
You mean... me?
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Child of the full moon. Like in the legend. By Endelikeia, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Endelikeia have against me? Against a child of the full moon? What is this power the child of the full moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Endelikeia themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the Child of the Full Moon.
But...
Estelle, give it a rest.
Hey, Reggae, Jaeger from Ruins Gate talked about the Endelikeia earlier, didn't he?
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that Airkrene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension. Do not ask of them again. nothing more to say.
Where do you get off?
Rita.
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said the child of the full moon he mentioned was the sister of brave Vesperia, right?
Yeah. Goddess who bathes this world in her golden light, you are named Child of the Full Moon. Your brother, brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies. You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's more than just an old legend.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estelle is the child of the full moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next? I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, apatheia, all kinds of things. Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck. Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in apatheia myself.
Yeah. Besides, we should make sure we're ready before heading back into the desert. Why don't we head back tomorrow? Rita, think you can tie up your loose ends in a day?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
Now, this is one of those parts you can just head to the inn right away and just continue with the story, but you can actually talk to everybody here again, so you can get their thoughts on things. And I don't know why this random cat's here, but let's go back inside. I have nothing left to say to you. You're not going to follow him? What's the point? He's not going to talk to me. So this was a complete waste of time. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Apatheia? When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger, was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic. You think the Apatheia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control? Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis. So when the Blastian Heliod was going out of control, you think there was an Apatheia nearby? And the air crane cave Mach, too. There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the Apatheia has been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then. I see. It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right. You don't sound very sure of yourself. In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is. Huh. Well, okay, maybe I can do something with this after all. What are you going to do now? The next step after a hypothesis is testing it. Eh? You know what? I don't think I want to know. And if you head down this pathway here, you get... Where is he? I thought it was down here. Oh, he's at the bottom, okay. Hey, old man. You can feel free to go ahead to Nordopolica. Hey there, youngin'. What, you want to get rid of me so soon? Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver the letter on all on our accounts. Honestly, I could do fine without your concern. Wrong again. If Brave Vesperia gets in the way of all task work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity. What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff. It's a matter of Brave Vesperia being trustworthy, you see what I mean? We still got time. Left until the new moon, we'll be fine. You sure? Anyway, I'm about to go back through that desert and cave myself. I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would the letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look trustworthy as potential clients then, would they? In that case, we'd collect your bones in the letter and deliver them as promised. Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey! Anyway, just so long as you don't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time. No problem. Oh, Raven. Carol's up this way. I didn't think Raven would be all the way at the bottom of that trail. I thought he'd be halfway down. Making my life harder. That's what he does. We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all. Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dongrist? That might be better. You're always out walking around, aren't you? Yes, I guess I'm a pretty restless person. That's unexpected. You seem to have problems staying put yourself. I'm pretty restless myself. That's not so unexpected, I think. Maybe it's the wanderlust coming back to me from when I used to fly around with Baul all the time. Yeah, back when you were wearing that weird white armor. Yes. Are you going to look for Pharaoh by yourself? Nah. Oh, then where were you planning on going? Only on a walk. Oh, I see. Doesn't it seem like we've been meeting this way a lot recently? No, must be your imagination. Yeah, sure. So you weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all. But we learned some very important things. The child of the full moon and the Entelakea. But the only new thing we learned was that what those words mean. As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, it seems like we won't know unless we go and ask him directly. But you heard what he was saying. If I go meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out. Looks like we'll never know the truth then. After all this, it's like I'm being told that I should just give up. No way. Maybe. Huh? Maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know after all. What do you mean? If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I just keep living my life in that castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the child of the full moon, or the Entelakea, or any of that. So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead. So you're saying you should just go back to the capital? I think that's definitely an option. If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you. Yuri. Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all. That's true. It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life. And I'm not too good at pretending to forget things that I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really? Then I can't do that either. But I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation. You want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right? Yes. Gotcha. And repeat. Oh, you're just gonna go off. Okay, well, that's all we really need to do. now it's time for us to leave this town.
Glad you could make it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. You'll be heading back too, right?
Yes. Thanks to your help, we've recovered our strength. We were thinking we'd cross the desert with you all. That is, if you don't mind.
Just make sure you don't go wandering off.
How about us? What's our plan after this?
I'm headed for the Air Crane and the Wizened of Kados. But I am curious about the Entelekea, too.
I have the honored task of delivering this letter here to Belius.
I'd like to meet Belius once myself. I mean, seriously, the Duce. I want to see just what kind of person the leader of the only guild to rival Altosk really is.
It's Nordopolica for me too. I'm gonna see what Flynn has to say about those knights at Mantake. And that's assuming he's still in Nordopolica, of course.
I want to know why the Entelekea hate the child of the full moon. Which means I have to meet Pharaoh.
But there's gotta be another way that doesn't involve Pharaoh.
Right. Besides, walking around in the desert just looking for him wouldn't be easy.
Why don't we all head for Nordopolica then? You're only looking to find out the reason you were attacked by the Entelekea, correct? Yes. I imagine Belius could tell you if you met with her.
Why? Because of the connection between the Entelekea and...
I do remember Jaeger mumbling something about the Entelekea of Nordopolica.
If we can believe anything he told us.
Well, we'll pass through the Wizened of Kados on the way to see Belius. Good enough?
True enough. All right then, Nordopolica it is.
Right. First, let's get back to Mantake.
Didn't Belius only meet with people on the night of the new moon?
Yeah, we'll have to get a move on if we're going to see her. I'll kick myself if we miss the new moon and have to wait another month.
Alright, and next time we will be heading back to Mantake. I will see you guys then.